Video topic: 10 hidden facts about the United Nations that you should know. Introduction. In today's world, the United Nations is one of the most influential international organizations. You may be familiar with the name, but there are facts about it that might be new to you. From its fascinating history and the formation of the organization to the big decisions and challenges it faces, today in this video, we will explore 10 hidden and interesting facts about the United Nations that few people know. So stay with us till the end. Fact number 1: the complex history of the United Nations. The United Nations was established in 1945 after the end of World War II. Its main goal was to prevent future wars and create cooperation between countries. But what actually led to the formation of this organization? During the negotiations for its creation, countries like the United States, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom played a major role. Additionally, smaller countries also tried to secure their interests in this global structure. Did you know that the first General Assembly meeting of the United Nations was held in 1946 in London? This marked the beginning of a long path to better international relations. Fact number 2: the power of the Security Council and the veto system. You might wonder why some UN decisions are not implemented or why certain countries have more influence. The answer lies in the Security Council. This council consists of 15 members, 5 of which are permanent: the United States, the United Kingdom, France, China, and Russia. These 5 countries have veto power, meaning if any of them disagrees with a decision, that decision cannot be passed. How is it possible for a country to not be the greatest global power and still influence global decisions? This question arises because the veto system has made decisions heavily dependent on the interests of a few countries. Fact number 3: the General Assembly, the heart of the UN. While the Security Council is famous for its special powers, the General Assembly is where all 193 member countries gather and share their opinions. Here, each country has one vote, regardless of its size or economic power. The General Assembly holds sessions throughout the year where critical global issues are discussed. Did you know that countries can exert pressure through the General Assembly to bring about major changes in global policies? This shows that even smaller countries can have their voices heard. Fact number 4: humanitarian missions of the UN. The United Nations, through its numerous humanitarian programs, is one of the largest relief organizations in the world. From sending food and medical assistance to war-torn countries to deploying peacekeepers to stabilize conflicts, the UN does a lot of work. However, these missions are not without their challenges. What obstacles does the UN face in providing humanitarian aid? Issues such as limited financial resources, political disagreements, and even security threats to UN staff in war zones are some of the challenges they face. Fact number 5: the role of the UN in human rights. Perhaps the United Nations' most significant achievement is the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. This declaration set forth fundamental human rights that apply globally. However, enforcing these rights remains a challenge. Has the UN been able to ensure all countries uphold human rights? Some countries, particularly in the global south, have resisted adopting these human rights standards, making this an ongoing concern for the UN. Fact number 6. The difficulty of maintaining peace in wars. The United Nations plays a critical role in peacekeeping by deploying forces to conflict areas. However, many challenges arise in ensuring the success of these missions. One of the major challenges is the lack of resources and cooperation from some member states. Did you know that in some cases, UN peacekeepers have been unable to stop atrocities due to lack of resources or cooperation from various countries? This is one of the major historical challenges for the UN. Fact number 7. The UN's Sustainable Development Goals. In 2015, the UN adopted 17 global goals known as the Sustainable Development Goals. These goals cover a range of issues, including poverty, education, healthcare, clean energy, and climate change. These goals are globally accepted, and each country is expected to work towards achieving them. How does the UN plan to achieve these goals by 2030? Achieving these goals requires cooperation and commitment from all countries. However, many challenges lie ahead. Fact number 8. Financial challenges of the UN. Although the United Nations is one of the most powerful global organizations, it faces significant financial challenges. Many member countries, especially the larger ones, do not pay their fair share of the costs for the UN's missions. This leads to budget constraints for many programs and projects. How can the UN address these financial issues? Some experts believe that the UN should find innovative ways to raise funds. Fact number 9. The speed of decision-making in global crises. During global crises like wars or humanitarian disasters, the United Nations plays a pivotal role in mediating and resolving conflicts. However, the speed at which decisions are made in some cases is very slow. For instance, in many cases, the UN has been unable to act quickly enough. Why does it take so long for the UN to act during global crises? Many of these problems arise due to disagreements within the Security Council and internal political issues in countries. Fact number 10. The future of the United Nations. What does the future hold for the United Nations in today's complex world? There is a growing call for reforms, especially within the Security Council. Can these reforms lead to a more effective UN? Conclusion. The United Nations plays a significant role in today's world. While it faces numerous challenges, it remains one of the most important global institutions striving for peace, security, and justice. What do you think? Should the United Nations undergo more reforms? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more videos on this topic.